Hey everybody, this is the first video on my new channel, and if you know me from my first channel, then that's fine, but if you don't, my name is Axel, and I basically made this channel because I wanted to document some of the goals that I had for this year and maybe in life. I don't know how long this channel is going to go for, but I wanted to document some of my goals, and one of my goals was to read 3 books a month at least this year. Now, I just want to be clear, this is not a book channel. The first video is about a book, but that's just because I read a short book at the beginning of the year. It's my first book of the year. And so then this is going to be the beginning of the 3 books a month series. There are going to be a lot of different series about a variety of things on this channel, but this one specifically is about how much I read in a year, because last year in 2025 I had a reading goal of 2 books every month and I was about to crush it. I was at 10 out of 24 books in March, and then I hit a complete wall. I had lots of personal stuff going on and I just stopped reading. I never picked up reading. I maybe read 1 book for the rest of the year. I think I finished off with 11 books read in 2025, and that severely disappointed me because, dude, I was on track for like 35 if I kept at the rate I was going. So I definitely think I can do this because I do enjoy reading quite a lot. That being said, I am really excited to talk about the first book that I read this year, and that is Open Water by Caleb Azumah Nelson. I hope that's how you say his name. But yeah, this book is amazing, and honestly, it's a pretty difficult first book to have read because I've never really done book reviews. Even when I read something on Goodreads, I just put a star rating and I kind of leave it at that. I kind of just keep all the thoughts that I have about books in my head. But I thought that documenting it would be better for me to look back on, see how I improved talking about books and things that I like. But also it kind of forces me to remember the stuff I read, which I enjoy. So there are a couple of reasons why this book is so tricky as a first book to review. The first reason why is because it's in second person. Now, I've never read something in second person before, and I was shocked when I opened it up and I found out that it was second person. I got recommended this book from a YouTube video that Jack Edwards made. I don't remember what video it was, but my sister got me this for my birthday, I think, and then when I opened it up, I was so shocked to figure out that it was in second person. And that makes a lot of the heavier hitting and iconic lines in this book that much more powerful, and it forces you to think deeply because everything is talking about you. Writing in second person is hard, and Nelson nails it in this book, and I just cannot believe that this is his first novel. Like, this is his debut novel. It's insane. Second reason why this is harder for me to review as my first book is because this one is a lot more upfront about its themes and its demographic that it appeals to. It appeals to more young Black people, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even have to be young, just kind of like Black people, because it's a love story, but then it also has a lot of moments talking about being afraid to walk home at night and every day living in fear of the police and being ashamed of the trauma that you might have. These issues have definitely resonated with a lot of people who read this book. I've seen many videos online about people talking about this book, saying that it nails it, and I've also read a lot of reviews about this book while preparing to make this video. Personally, what I loved so much about this is that he managed to incorporate all of these dark themes along with a pretty heartwarming and also heart-wrenching at points love story within that, and it just remains beautifully poetic, and the writing just is amazing. He's a wonderful writer. I need to read more of his books immediately. There's tons of pop culture references in this book. There's tons of movies, song, book references. I think like 2 each at least are name dropped in this book. All of this stuff, all the themes, all the like love story elements, all the romance elements, and all the pop culture references and all of the poetic writing is just weaved together so perfectly and in such a short amount of pages. I think my copy only has like 144 pages. I finished this in like one night. I went from page 36 straight to the end because I couldn't stop reading. But yeah, I personally thought this book was absolutely phenomenal. I think this is an amazing debut novel. It still kind of blows my mind. Written in second person. If you want something different, if you want something that is just a solid book, then I definitely recommend Open Water. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. I didn't write a review or anything because I'm literally recording my review out loud. But yeah, that's my review of Open Water. Apologies in advance if this review isn't the greatest. I hope that I get better at this as time goes on. But now it's time to reveal my next book, and I actually do need a bit of a story time for this because it's gonna make no sense if I just tell you straight up. So I'm gonna do a quick location switch. Okay, so the reason for the location switch, I know it seems dumb, but the reason why is because I do want to see which place I like filming better. If you see this, leave a comment down below on which one you think is better because I genuinely don't know. But the next books I'm going to be reading are Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn together in the tandem read. Now, the context behind this is I normally don't read fantasy, but my sister Jasmine, who is obsessed with books and fantasy, has Throne of Glass as one of her favorite series, and to get me into reading, she suggested that I read the entire series. It was a challenge to me to read the series, and I freaking crushed half of it in a month. I got all the way past Queen of Shadows, I think it is, and absolutely crushed it. Didn't read another book for, I think, 11 months now. Like, it has been a long time since I have read these books. So I've got myself all caught up on the lore. I got myself all done, and I'm going to finish the challenge that my book-loving, fantasy-loving sister gave to me almost a year ago. And hopefully I can get this done without too much of a problem. I decided to do the tandem read because I think it's way more of a pleasurable experience. Like I wouldn't want to go to one part of the story, rewind all the way to the back. So I'm deciding on the tandem. It's kind of dumb because I'm going to be reviewing 2 books at once, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, well, that is it for the 3 books a month series, episode 1, Open Water by Azumah Nelson. Very good book. Highly recommend it. Next, Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. See you then.